A very good morning, everyone. Welcome to an expert session on AI is not for computer science. Artificial intelligence is becoming buzzword today. AI is being used across different industries from finance to healthcare. Artificial intelligence makes it possible for machines to learn from experience, adjust new inputs, and perform human-like tasks. In general, AI system works by ingesting large amount of training data, analyzing the data for correlation and patterns, and using these patterns to make predictions about future states. In this way, a chatbot that is fed examples of text can learn to generate lifelike exchanges with people, or an image recognition tool can learn to identify and describe objects in images by reviewing millions of examples. It is projected that tomorrow's world will be driven by AI and neural network. Today, we are fortunate to have guest Professor K.C. Sanotsh with us, who will guide us on this topic. First of all, I request Shri N. Kadam, Honorable Chancellor, MGM University, to felicitate Professor K.C. Sanotsh. I request Professor Dr. Vilas Saffar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, MGM University, to felicitate Professor Dr. Geeta Ladkar, Director of College of Engineering and Technology, Navi Mumbai. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Geeta Ladkar, Madam, to give opening address and introduce Professor K.C. Sanotsh.
Honorable Chancellor of MGM University, Mr. A. N. Kadam, the Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Saffar, today's guest of honor, Dr. K.C. Sanotsh, and Registrar of the University, Ashish Gadkar, my dear faculty friends and students, I am very happy to be here to introduce Professor K.C. Sanotsh, who is Chair of the Department of Computer Science of University of South Dakota, USA. He had been to Nanded. I have been introduced here as the Director of MGM's College of Engineering and Technology, Navi Mumbai. That happens to be my additional charge, but I belong to Nanded. And I have been working since 1984 with Nanded Engineering College. Professor Sanotsh had been to Nanded for one of the conferences, international conferences for Department of Computers in January 2020, and this was the next opportunity that he had been to India, and he did contact and inform about that. Then I thought that last time we had his sessions at Nanded and Navi Mumbai, so I thought that Aurangabad is missed out. So the students at Aurangabad should also be put to advantage of presence of Professor K.C. Sanotsh and share with him his knowledge and expertise in AI. Formally, I will introduce him. Anyway, like Sonal Madam, I just now told you all that AI is encompassing almost all the fields or all the aspects of human life. Let it be smallest possible the linguistic translations and all, to the space applications. Everywhere there is artificial intelligence that is playing. Autonomous vehicles or agricultural applications, robotic applications, medical applications, and financial applications like in banking. Everywhere artificial intelligence is supplementing the human intelligence and the work done in various fields. So he is the one who has established the AI lab. You know who has coined this term artificial intelligence? That's John MacArthur, who is an American computer scientist, and he has coined this term with few other guys. Okay, this is complementing the human life everywhere. So Professor K.C. Santosh is an avid, AI or data scientist who is presently the chair, I already told you, Department of Computer Science, College of Arts and Science, University of South Dakota, US, and the founder and director, Applied AI Research Lab there. Having an expertise in AI, computer vision, machine learning, information retrieval, business data analytics fundamentals, robotics, Unix, machine organization, and AI in medical imaging informatics, he has successfully showcased his professional experience in 3 different continents like Asia, Europe, and North America. He has served as a research scientist as the Indria Nancy Grant established research center in France, where he received his PhD in computer science in artificial intelligence itself. He has worked as a postdoctoral research scientist at the Laudia Research Center, Université de Lorraine, in direct collaboration with industrial partner IT Soft France. He is a thorough academic leader who is constantly supervising and examining many postgraduate and PhD students and carrying out many more research activities. He has won many prestigious awards in field of AI, and to name a few, he is the proud recipient of the Cutler Award for Teaching and Research Excellence, University of South Dakota in 2021. Received the President's Research Excellence Award in University of South Dakota again in 2019. The Ignite Award for the US Department of Health and Human Services in 2014. His research interest lies in artificial intelligence, machine learning, data mining, pattern recognition, image processing, computer vision, information retrieval, and big data. And above all, Dr. K.C. Santosh has a great focus on the needs of every individual and ensure them the right conditions for each person to achieve his or her full potential. I am very glad to present Professor K.C. Santosh to you all, my dear students. He is a living example of what could be the achievements in a field you have chosen to work. He has got hundreds of millions of dollars grants for different projects he has carried out, and he has a wide experience in the field. So over to you, Professor K.C. Santosh.
I can't see. Good morning one more time. Good morning, sir. Look at that. This is beautiful. We would like to hear you. That's why I want to make sure that you're active enough today in the morning. So when I talk, I want to make sure you listen to me. Right? So if you look at my name has no dots. Next time, when you contact me, you probably don't want to take the dots in there. No dots. Again, my name is K.C. Santosh. Beautiful introduction. Looks like I'm gonna get the job here. Nice CV, right? A young boy with a nice CV is gonna get the job. Easy. What am I going to do today is, again, many thanks to Geeta Madam. We met 2020 in Nandate, a beautiful campus. and I can't just deny to come over here with the invitation from GitHub Man. Reason is this: I plan to come to India. This is my 4th visit, and I said, "How about me coming to your place?" I gave a wink. We are besties, by the way. Okay, we are besties. So I gave a wink, and she said, "Okay." How nice it is. So let me go back to the business. The business today is, I'm going to give you a very nice walkthrough about why computer science is not for, AI is not for computer science / computer scientists. Why? Right? He's unusual. He's got what? That's true. In other words, we call AI is the deal breaker. And I'm going to give you a little advancement of what AI should be doing for the better world. I'm talking about better world, not about publishing papers. Serving community. You hear me right? Okay? Better world, not just publication. Serving community. So in that case, what am I going to do next is this. I cannot make my presentation complete if I don't show this out. If you look at this one, this is where I'm working. That's the beautiful summer campus. Right? Beautiful summer campus. At the same time, you get to see the other harsh winter. You think it's nice because you go to Manali, Kashmir to take pictures. Just take a picture, it's good. You come see for 6 months, up to 4 months, 6 months, having that polar bear life. You know polar bear, right? Yes. It's a little tough, but still we enjoy the moment. We respect the nature. We go with the nature. I used to tell people that if you don't know how to go with the nature, you cannot have a corn or maize field in different seasons. Can you? No way. Maize should be in the season where it should be. I'm talking about corns. Go with the nature. Again, a nice big deal is somebody has to figure out. I have stickers. Stickers, it says AI programs in the state of South Dakota. I carry this is because I want you to remember. If you figure out South Dakota, USD, University of South Dakota in the map, you just selfie. If you can't figure out, I'll give you a sticker. You tell. You say brown. Tell. Don't hesitate. We should communicate. Maybe someday. You find it? Second from here, which one? Here you go. This is the one. We got 50 states. You probably won't take it. Congratulations. It's a beautiful sticker, right? I could have been in the state of South Dakota. And we have 50 states. We're 1 in 50s. And I'm trying to sell the institution, the university we have, so you better come to my place for your further step. How about that? And I'm a good person. So move on. Academicians don't show nothing except how much they work. I wish I have a nice big hotel's picture here, big one. This is my property. Our property is how much we serve society by writing. And the only way to communicate as a scientist is by publishing. I'm not going to go knock everybody's door and I have this idea, listen to me. We don't do this, we just write. Okay? Back in days, let's go back a little. I don't look old, but I'm old. Back in days, we call research in computing instead of saying artificial intelligence. When we say computing research, we always take care of energy. That's important. We always take care of agriculture. We need to eat. Right? If I can produce more with less loan from the bank, beautiful for the farmers. Right? It's beautiful. If I can send drones and spray where it is required, then spraying everywhere would reduce the cost of buying chemical or liquids or something. We call computing those things. Today we call AI for agriculture. Can I say precision agriculture? Because I spray where I need to spray, not everywhere. That way your bank loan, if you are a farmer, your bank loan would be reduced way down and you don't have to pay back to the bank. You make money. So productivity is going to go high if we do AI integrated with agriculture. It is us to make our life better. And the farmers. You don't want to look at farmers all the time. We are. At the same time, we're talking about economy. I'm always telling this. If you are in the Middle East, you just dig the premise, put the pipe all the way down, sell the gas. Money is the old time. Right? We don't have the choice. We definitely have to look after those areas where we can benefit by working hard. What it does mean is data science again. Right? Education is the next era. I promise, I guarantee, AI for education is our next work. You definitely have to take a look. Tutors, basics, I'm talking about tutoring. You don't need to hire people. Basics. We, humans, have a wide set of neurons. I think I have, probably you have too. Those neurons should be applied or used or deployed for betterment of the world, not reinventing the same wheel. That's why AI for education is the next decade plan. Almost every country would be looking at it because our technology is almost saturated. Right? And I take healthcare here down with the red letters. It's because as soon as you born, there is no way you get out from the world. Your data, head circumference, how beautiful is your eyes. All these going to be recorded in the hospital. All either healthy, not healthy, both. Right? The reason behind this is we take care of people close, then back to energy, agriculture, and so on. Healthcare is very important, and there is money. Right? Money comes there. A lot. If we do use computing facility way before for our healthcare settings, you don't have to wait for retirement to go to the hospital. Okay? Second day of your retirement, you basically go to hospital. It's done here, the schooling is done, job is done, you start going to hospital all the time. Second day, you forget about your vacation. Retirement is about a second life to enjoy, not to go to hospital. So we help people. Right? Those things we do. Let's not talk about these papers, books, and everything, but what I'm trying to sell is I'm a good scientist. Right? And you believe me, at least for how many minutes we talked. You believe it. So, let's move on. One more time. AI is not for computer science and scientists. AI is for problems. We develop algorithms to solve pressing challenges or problems ranging anywhere from healthcare, entertainment, to housing industry. Oh, housing? You think like what? What's going on, Casey? Housing too? Yes, there is money. If I'm looking at insurance for every housing that we're going to sell, looking at the infrastructure, the data, meaning the population density in that particular urban or whatever area, I can predict what should be the cost of that particular housing in next 10 years from today. And I had a talk with housing industry in South Dakota 2 months ago. They were surprised to see how much predictive modeling can work for the betterment of money and life. That makes sense? So what I'm saying is at the same time, if you don't look at healthcare today, we still have entertainment industry. If you look at South, somebody told me that you always have a science fiction movie, right? Science fiction movie. And I heard the name of the actor, Rajinikanth. Right? So if you look at science fiction, okay, if you look at science fiction today, the concept, they think I'd be crazy, insane, whatever, but the concept is a concept. It is just to implement. We implement. Let me go back a little before we talk about healthcare here. Have you watched those holy movies where people come here, all of a sudden disappear and go on the other side? You know, that kind of people. So in physics theory, we call dark matter. Have you heard about dark matter? Anybody raise your hand? Dark matter, beautiful. At this we got, oh, many people. Dark matter, you don't see. It is invisible. USD, physics department, they work with me to figure out if we can detect dark matter or happen. They say the mobile phone today you have is going to be invisible. Look at that. The science fiction that you watched in the movie still today, I forget the name of the holy movie. When I was a kid, before 7-year-old, I watched those movies. The guy come here all of a sudden, very nice, circling, and then he disappeared. Go to the other side. So the same thing happens if we detect dark matter right. Your mobile phone is invisible. We need to look after laser or something to see here's a mobile phone, not the physical device. So science fiction is beautiful. That's why I appreciate Rajinikanth to make those movies which are crazily insane. Looks like it's not going to happen. Come on, right? But he does. We appreciate, we watch, we clap. Sometimes we didn't like it. So physics informed machine learning is the today's deal. Why? It's because we live in physics. In a layman understanding, what physics says is we follow lunar calendar. That is 24/7. We know sun will rise tomorrow. Right? And those things come into play in machine learning lingo or world, so we can make things better than what we had. That makes sense now. So physics informed machine learning is the deal for computer scientists to integrate their ideas. Most of the ideas they come to health sciences, they come from medical physics. Physics there, we exist. It always talks about objects. Let's go back to here. You know COVID-19? We got free COVID-19 all of a sudden in 2020. Free, we didn't pay for that. We just got free. Sometimes we get things free. You didn't have to pay. You didn't have to pay for it. So if I do some analysis here to understand what is wrong in there, computer scientists get the data, train the model, and test it. have the decision, give the decision to the domain expert, and he's going to explain to somebody who is in need. That makes sense? But what it happens is, after climate change topic, AI is really popular. Now, everybody, even the cows in the farm, they start talking about AI. Senators talk about AI. Political science people talk about AI. Journalism talk about AI. This is because of deep fake, these are fake news, this and that. Right? Everybody. And even the Prime Minister, the President, everybody would like to be in the AI long train because they worry about, I'm going to be left out. Right? That's why they come up with the idea, Casey, what you did is correct, but it is not explainable. I replied to them, dude, you did not go to math school. You did not go to computer science school. And today you said it is not explainable. So how can I make you think this is explainable? Most of the times for these laymen, we call laymen, they're educated by the way, okay? Laymen is, they did not go to school, meaning math school, but they still want to know how does it work. Remember, machine learning is relying on mathematical modeling. We don't implement narratives. We implement mathematical modeling, meaning equations. Right? I develop an algorithm and I'm drawn that time. I compile it. I get the results. Second day, I have a beautiful time. Right? I made my girlfriend. Beautiful time, go to swimming pool, get off and compile the same algorithm. I got the same results. But for others, you see, that's incredible. Bro, what do you want? Anytime you compile the code, we get the same results. Math don't lie. Math never lies. But if you write those things in narratives like social science or other people, you can always lie because the same statement can have a dual meaning. No, I didn't say that. You write something which is I understand differently, but you just, that was not the idea. It happens for others, but we live in a world where we always use mathematical modeling to code, implement things right. We are reproducing, but for others, not. Let's talk about why AI is popular. And let's talk about why people would love to see explainability that comes in their eyes. If I make a decision just by taking data here, you don't like it. But if I go with this one, you see a problem, what the problem is? In our world, we call reason of interest. Where the problem is, here is the problem. It is beautiful for everybody. Oh yeah, I get it. That means explainability lies in the beautiful lives. Not in terms of where they go to school. They don't know nothing, right? So here is a long trend. AI, big trend. Everybody would like to put the fit in there. Basically, stop. I'm a social scientist, but I would love to see how AI works. I don't know nothing, but they forget their dumbass. This is just the trend. No, bro. No, tell me this is explainable. I cannot teach mathematician. I told you that even you code when you compile the code when you're drunk, and you compile the code when you are so happy, you get the same results. That is what it is. This is interpretable enough to have the same, consistently same results. We don't know that. So when I say math don't lie, you probably remember the song from Shakira. There is something don't lie. Right? So here, 67% of these data analysts today are computers. Analysts today, they come from non-computer science background. This is for us, educators. That means we did not produce enough computer scientists for the world. We're happy. We can make another business. We can make all people educate before they go to the market. And you also have heard that most people, they go to companies, mostly computer science, in the name of data analyst or data scientist, they go lay off. Recently, right? Many layoffs. Reason, they shouted a lot, oh yeah, he laid off. But remember, you don't read their CV. CV could have said that they are not computer scientists. But the title said that they are data scientists or analysts. For chairman, for me, for all computer science administrators or engineering college people, we should understand we still have to produce more computer scientists and engineers, mostly for data science. Because 67% of the job today taken by non-computer science engineers. Question is why? Why did they hire? Because domain experts are necessary. We code, but we don't know the data sentiments. You know what I'm talking about. Data sentiments, meaning they know how to make money out of it. But we just give the results to them. That's why it is important here. If you do a computer science major, right, primary major, you probably need to do second major or minor. Try to learn the problems from biology. Try to learn those problems from chemistry, physics, business knowledge. That's the bigger role to make money. Okay? Most of the times, business knowledge people, without having a clear understanding of mathematical modeling, make more money than computer scientists. Money matters. What if we have computer science majors go for business knowledge program? I'm talking about master. Beautiful. Because they know math behind. It's not just mobile app and you do everything. We don't want it. We want to know what is under the hood. That makes sense now? So this is, like I said, a beautiful thing that we go back to healthcare again, beautiful thing that we do. Image data analysis, just an example, to make a decision right. And as soon as we got COVID-19, the second day I published this paper where I said active learning is the need. Probably I have slides all the way up down there why active learning we will talk about. Okay? Let's move on. You probably have come out completely from COVID-19. 2020, second week after March, we announced COVID-19. You have seen everybody in your Facebook wall, LinkedIn, and all possible social media, they post these kind of beautiful pictures. In our days, we call plot the data. Your days, we call data visualization. We always want fancy tools. This is just the plot of the data, right? Just plot. When you see I have the data, you just plot. But not data visualization. Then again, we academicians don't teach students right. We say, I'm going to do prediction. Dude, this is just your plot. What do you predict? Nothing. So loud and clear, I had a very nice sarcasm book for this one. I'm worried too much about publication and move the whole academic world in a wrong direction. So I said, dude, you didn't do nothing, you just plotted. What did you see? I don't see the same thing. Okay? So what they say is, oh yeah, after 98 days, 250,000 people will die. Who told you? Right? I feel like, get the gun. So you cannot predict that way because we have enough threats by the COVID. We have to be cautious and also serve the country or nation beautifully in the middle of COVID-19 threat. people do take it. They take it in a way they need to go for a promotion. I did tell in the beginning, remember, you serve the nation, you serve the country, you serve your reason, the people. Same thing happened here. Reason is, if you have not seen a complete game, there is no prediction. Why? We are mathematicians. Mathematicians need a complete data to understand. I'm going to ask you something. You're engineer. Tell me the speed of light. Raise it for the speaker. Speed of light. I see one here in the middle. Yes, tell me.
3.142 meter per second.
I don't know, but probably that's right. Probably. We don't remember these days. So what I'm trying to tell you, once you come, trying to tell you is, if you have a complete game, you can predict right. COVID-19 has not been ended yet. We don't have a complete game. All right. So what I'm trying to tell you is, when you look at the data distribution, you see so many camel hump in here. How many humps here? Too many. I'm talking about this hump. I go to Jaipur, I'm thinking I'm going to ride one. Okay? So here, you see many different camel humps. In other words, we call those in around double distribution. Which one is going to give you consistently the same story? Tell me color. If you're not colorblind, I'm colorblind. That's what my girls, me, got. But I'm not, okay? She said, which one is going to give you, which distribution in color is going to give you consistently the same story or event? Who can do that? Nobody? Pick one to get this done. Red one. Red looks beautiful. That's what? A little choppy. Red looks beautiful. Let me tell you here, bigger or taller the camel hump, more distance he can cover. Because the fat is here. We people have the fat this side. They do have this side. The fat brings them energy on the way they walk. So bigger the camel hump, more distance they cover. Yes or no? Basically they store. We store this side. What I'm trying to tell you is the taller is better. Reason is the standard deviation is very, very, very small. It means every data point, everybody is talking about the same event. They're consistent. They're being very close to each other. But at the same time, if you look at the orange one, it's completely flat. He's done, he can walk. No way, no fat being fed in there. So in 2020, we call flatten the curve. Now we hear that. You remember? Plus back, right? We say flatten the curve. My mom said flatten the curve too. I said, Mom, do you even know what does it mean? 99% of the people don't know, but they still say flatten the curve. That's why I come up with this nice sarcasm paper. Flatten the curve means they are not consistently talking about the same event. What doesn't mean we have no time to go see. We're not together. We never been together. Never been together means never been close. That means I'm away from you. We are too far. We call it sparse data representation. That makes sense? We never meet each other. We never. We don't talk about the same event because we don't have time to gossip. Gossiping is done. Right? Gossiping is done. That's why we call flatten the curve, and they don't talk to each other. The data is completely sparse. Meaning the prediction go good only when you have a complete data set with the big camera, which we never talked about. A little science for you. Okay? So let's move on there. If you go back to digital humanities, Digital humanity is about ancient document digitization. What if you have a beautiful auditorium where you get to see all these documents, ancient documents, fully digitized in every possible language for all people in the world? They just sleep, relax, and those pages fly over from one end to the other end in any different possible language with speech translation. I'm talking about machine translation. That's what's really high. It could be beautiful for the country like India because you've got too much rich in culture since the past 100 years ago. It would be very beautiful. And in South Dakota, we have native, right? Native Americans existed. And I'm thinking one day, if I stay there for long, we will have auditorium, beautiful like planetarium, Nehru planetarium, you know that? We'll have to make that, we just sleep, relax, beautiful, cold, air conditioning system with nice music, translation in your headphone, in your ear. This is going to be nice because we talk about digital humanities. We definitely have to transfer knowledge from our generation, right, previous to ours to the next generation. So people take it right. In that case, you definitely have to work on all these kind of possible things. And here's the example. And this book, which I wrote, I took 15 years to write this book. 1-5, and this is basically giving you an idea of where, what time, who the kingdom was, who the king was. You can see based on the style, the art in the writing. It's beautiful. Maybe Mughal emperor. I was in Bida, they talk about Mughal emperor, so I just know this one. You don't know, right? It's beautiful to take those things into account and fully digitize. Digitization is not about just have this scan copy saved or stored. It is about taking it, what they are, what they say, in every possible language, including machine translation on top of my speech. Right? And at the same time here, this is one of my beautiful projects when I did my PhD. Today's GPS in your mobile app, Google Map or something, it's not just happening because you have the satellite revolving around the world, Earth, and you get this map. No. When I was a police officer, we did have that map reading small guidebook in the pocket. Sometimes we're late, somebody already did that, we died. Sometimes we did read hard copy, so we call it map reading. Those things we digitized. And it takes many things into account. For instance, graphics in there. Understanding the latent orientation. Right? E, A, S, T. How am I going to connect them if I come up with the idea of computing or pattern recognition? How am I going to connect those graphics so we understand which country is which? Where does it lie? Those things we did, and this is one of my projects we have. And today, you have GPS right. 5 years back, you had GPS because you wanted to go this direction, but the car is going to give you this direction. You feel like you're going to keep the car, but that's your car, you're going to pay otherwise. You just don't do it. Today, GPS is more precise than it was in the past. So, what I'm trying to tell you is it did not just come overnight. We worked. It is not precise even today. So it is your task. I'm done. Meaning there are so many scientists who work, and I'm one of them. When I was in France. And the other beautiful task in document image analysis is receipt, doctor's prescription, and everything. This is the doctor's prescription for somebody else where you have machine printed characters, graphics, and some crazy handwritings from the doctors. Because you don't know what the prescription said, you go meet the doctor, then he looks like he's crazy. He has a problem with his girlfriend or what in the morning. Then he writes everything. That's how he writes. Look here. Wasn't it really? A little hard, but this is beautiful compared to what the insane doctors write. So, our computing facility we call optical character recognition don't go straight to all possible handwritings in the world. They are script dependent. It cannot go for handwriting, handwritten one, and also machine printed one at the same time. You should have two different optical character recognition teams. One for handwriting, one for machine printed characters. So my task in my postdoc was to separate them first. Did you see that I separated red one, mostly handwriting characters, and blue ones, machine printed characters. So I have two optical character recognition engines ready after this pre-processing we call precursor, which is beautiful. Boss is happy, everybody's happy that I could design it. Because I think I can win more. Right? So this is beautiful. This is close to my heart. We just published this book with my student. I have a beautiful student, not the girl. Beautiful don't go always with the girl. Okay? And we wrote this book. What it does tell is this. In AI, three things are important. This is for us, mostly educators, okay, faculty who are doing science. In AI, three things are important. People, I'm not going to raise this finger, okay? Second, governance. Third, tooling. Tooling comes at that. Like politicians they do, I'm going to do the same thing. For the people, by the people, to the people. Whew. It's because everything we do should require the need. Is there a need to make it? Why am I making it? For whom? That means money comes into play. If I see the audience or customer, I make it. Because there should be a need. The need comes up with the data. Data is always from people. And I see the need. At the same time, when I get data, the other side of the people talk about, look at the data privacy case. Look, now he's going to come this way. Now he's basically striking. It's a tangle, basically. You see, talk about data privacy. What? You don't want to build a tool or what? This is my saying because I'm an algorithm guy. I want a different tool. But what they say is correct. That's why we come up with the governance. Look, another beautiful term. The governance is going to take rules, policies, everything into account to connect tooling and people. At the same time, you definitely have to have all these administrators in the institution, organization, or agency to work for these two things. People, governance, and tooling. Tooling happens not because you need a PhD, but to serve the nation, country, and the community. Motivation is people, right? Motivation is people. Let me repeat. You don't want to do PhD or anything else just to promote yourself so people call you title doctor. Try serve the country. Research, go by the tools. Okay? Which is very similar to the leader in academia. Leaders go by the choice, not by the need. By the need, people destroy. By the choice, it is my choice to be the leader. He, she, or they can do better. Same thing in research. This is my choice. I declined uniformed officer job. I declined Google job twice. And I would love to be an academician and research scientist. These days I do mostly sarcasm paper writing. Mostly because I'm worried too much about what would be the next generation look like. It's trouble. Okay? So we should not go behind running the publication and get the promotion because your chairman is happy by looking at the numbers. We did do nothing. If I do that as a faculty, indirectly or directly, my students would learn. Basically, they multiply with some multiplier with the same mistakes that I did. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is in physics, we call heat transfer. In education, we call transfer learning in deep learning lingo. We did run all the time. Basically, instead of going this way, we end up going the other side. So what is the point of having education? We should not be educated to drive the world in a different way. So there will be another school to fix everybody. That's why I make one sarcasm statement in the morning. Why do people need FDP? Faculty Development Program. Probably this is the case, right? So let's not talk about it. So one more thing that's in the AI model. Think tomorrow is the election day. And I developed one beautiful algorithm. And I definitely deployed that algorithm, AI model, just before the election day. I can change the election day. Definitely. I know it's false allegation because I can do that. But the whole election game is going to be destroyed. I can change it. We should be responsible. That's why, if you look at when to deploy is about responsible AI. Are you responsible for the one, meaning the AI model, and you know when to deploy? If you deploy a wrong time, I can change the next day. Obviously, I can change it. Okay? This happens most of the times. That's why they come up with deep fakes, this and that. We call bad actors, reckless driving. Right? Bad actors. I'm not talking about Rajinikanth again. Bad actors in deploying AI model. It makes sense now. So most of us talk about fairness in AI model in ethics. Did you even know what is fairness? Fairness is about including everybody. In organization, we call diversity. One from this community, one from this community, one from this gender, the two from this gender, and looks like a beautiful cohort. Why did I do that? Some of them are incompetent, but still we need to have. Why did I do that? It's because those people, they look incompetent while hiring, but they can bring uniqueness in terms of data collection. That's what machine learning lingo says. If I miss one community in terms of data collection, I basically did not serve them. If I say something because I've never been there in that community, then that's wrong. The guys can tell me. But credential-wise, we had that guy. He done nothing. That's what we keep telling. In machine learning, we call fairness to include everybody so we don't miss nobody. What does it mean is the machine learning model is robust enough to have consistent results all the time. We call optimization. That's why in administrative lingo, we call diversity and inclusiveness. That makes sense? Do you see that why people come up with the idea? Why reservation happens? You need to have it. I'm not here coming for political campaigning. It looks like election campaigning. Start from Delhi to Hyderabad and Varanasi coming here. Looks like election campaign. It's going to be next year. I didn't do that. Just try to connect because we're so close to political game. We understand things right. So try to have an analogy between what is machine learning, why do we need different data, diversity of the data, and why in the organization they require that. That makes sense now, right? It is okay to have incompetent people in the game. Back to automation. We used to say this is AI. A robotic arm is looking for something coming underneath and hit it. Do the same thing. This is not AI. AI has come up with an idea of augmenting human intelligence. This is if and else condition. If somebody is underneath, I hit it. If not, I will keep watching. That's what the robotic arm we call automation, because we cannot just do the same thing over and over. I'm not that guy. Somebody's doing that. That's why we came up with the idea of robotics automation. But today, most of the teachers, they still say, this is an AI. If you have that, check it out. AI is about augmenting human intelligence. Let's have a nice AI definition. Back in the 60s, like the man said before, John McCarthy, the first AI summit in the States, they said, let's have this term, let's coin the term AI. The reason behind this is we lived in organic life. There is nothing artificially flavored. And we would like to have somebody do the same thing that we do. And we come artificial intelligence. Very fancy, by the way, in 16s. Really fancy, beautiful. Today, if you go to the grocery mart and you look at artificially flavored juice, no, where is organic? Right? So we should not be telling this is an AI. We should be telling close to human intelligence. Okay? Close hyphen to hyphen human intelligence. That sounds much better. That's why these days I'm writing a book, not AI, but close to human intelligence. Make sense now? I do not like to be treated or taken care of AI model when I go to hospital. I am an AI scientist. I do AI for more than 2 decades. But again, let's talk close to human intelligence. That way I feel better. We do the same thing. The way we call matters. Right? Remember, again, this is a beautiful thing. And Frankenstein. How many of you know Frankenstein? If you know, tell me. Just one stand and tell me. You tell me. Yes. Diversity matters, because we got boys now, you gender. Tell me what Frankenstein did. Just tell me.
Honestly, I don't know much. I just.
Was the movies?
Yeah.
His gun movies, yeah. You don't know.
Some scientists just made I guess a robot, and he was named as Frankenstein.
Correct. Okay, you deserve that, even if you don't know, which is nice because you don't hesitate. I love students who don't hesitate to talk. Somebody can come and give it to them. Thank you. So here is what Frankenstein did way back is, if my boy, his son, okay? I'm trying to relate to my way of telling the story, but he's not saying my boy, it's my way of telling the story. If my boy is playing soccer in my backyard, completely fenced, bunch of robots, they come together and kick my boy's butt. My boy was alone, he just got kicked. We call it swarm intelligence in robotics, right? It is possible, Jack. That's what he said way back. He was worried one day it happens. It's a science fiction. The beautiful thing is he was thinking, but today it is possible to have robots talk to each other. But again, we can control. Don't worry, we don't make the what Frankenstein mask. Okay? What he said is correct, but we don't do that. So he doesn't need to worry about my boy playing in the yard, backyard, and somebody, some robot's gonna come and kick the butt. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's possible to make it happen. Okay? So that's what he's saying before. And if you look at this example here, it is beautiful to watch and see how perfect the AI world is. We didn't serve nobody. It's fully entertainment for luxurious people. I have nothing to do, go to the basement, beautiful, movie theater kind of stuff for, rich people. Sit, watch. This brings us an idea of how perfect the AI world is, meaning we're robust. About this, I'm a big guy, but I don't respect anybody. So what do I have next? I can buy robots, but not the people. That's me. Okay, not me, by the way, but it's just an example. And here's the guy too. Otherwise, I don't buy people. I'm showing attitude everywhere I go because I'm rich. So I'm just done with it, right? So beautifully, I have this guy, but it's working fine, but no emotional connection, no sentiments. This is another way to see how AI works. Here, this is an example. I'm talking about fashion industry, right? This one, a little more sentimental. I don't like it. Think, I don't want to have kids. Possible. There are many people in the world. But I would love to have kids from a robot. When I want to go to grocery mart or something mall, I turn it on. Bro, let's go. We'll walk together. Right? All the way to something mall. He don't ask anything to buy, by the way. Right. No candies, no toys, no nothing. How beautiful it is. I come back, I'm tired, turn up the machine. I sit in the couch, was the same game, which I was. By the way, this happens. Right? I don't want to put the country in here. We don't want to do it because I wish something could probably believe it. No. So here, again, if I do from my side to robot can do the same thing because I train. This is not nice too. But this one, how about I do love to have a perfect partner? How about that? We humans do have weaknesses. Sometimes I don't look good because I'm stressed out. Last week I didn't sleep. The face is really black. How about the perfect partner? It is possible to have. This one is beautiful. This is the one which we would love to see. We would love to have robots help distance when there is a need. This is what we want. Other things telling us how perfect AI old could possibly be. Right? The perfect world in terms of AI. We have saturated in terms of technological advancement. Again, I forget to tell you something, socio-technological advancement. Not just technological advancement, socio. People see it all the time. That's why the long trend, everybody wants to hop in. Looks like we stop, no, we didn't stop. Yes, we need to take care of them, but how? I don't know, because most of them, they stop the long trend or don't assist. I just don't know. I told them, come on, what's going on with you guys? Let us work. The reason is they worry about the left eye. Because it's going to go up, you're still here. Right? So that's what's happening. So let's move on. Remember, this is basically, future is always AI. I'm trying to give you all these nice, good projects I have been doing. I'm not taking from anywhere else. So I explain things right. Okay? So AI is the future. Okay? And remember, more it is bright, you know. You know the other part. In Asian proverb, they say the light has always the shadow right on you. But again, we have opportunities. That's right. Which is beautiful. Okay? Don't worry, we have future. Now let's talk about COVID-19. Pre-COVID, freight. Here is a question for AI people. We have done a lot in AI. I have shown you so many highly perfect, close to perfect example But have we done anything for humans when we get to see the pre-COVID, which is we call possibly we have future epidemics too? Have you done something? No way. We just have done. All people go back home and work from home. Streets free, people start playing cricket. Right? How many of us play cricket during COVID time? Almost everybody. Grandma came out with the hockey stick. Okay, let's do it. Right? So we have not done nothing for future epidemics finally. That means AI is to the future. Remember, AI is not for computer science or computer scientists. AI for the world. Everything happens with AI. It's because of population. I bring data every day. You bring data. Remember how many populations we have. Right. We should be taking care of everybody. That's what I do. So what I'm trying to tell you is the same game. Future epidemics don't come up with data. I did tell you, if you don't know data, where do you start? You don't know. Think about the grass shop. You have a grass board, right? I'm talking about your grass, where colors and everything is. And on the wall, we have tools to fix something. If you can make a grass boy, fix that. He doesn't need to care about who to take, what to take from the tools. He can fix it. One screwdriver, he can take it and fix it. He can fix it. Is this the right tool? But he still can fix it. But that should not be the way we should be doing, because we need to make better world. Not the way that there is a